So Craig's with us today from senior high school, from the science department there. And today we're talking about something a little bit different than chemistry. Explain what you brought with you.
We talk a little bit about the sun, especially on this rainy day. Maybe it's appropriate. But,
that's right.
We've built this little contraption here, and I met you outside on a sunny day to show this thing in action. But what this is a Fresnel lens. I like to call it a solar death ray. This is the front of one of those old projection screen TVs. So you can see basically it's a huge magnifying glass.
Yeah, you can see that effect right there with what's behind us.
Yeah, it's a big magnifying glass. And all the old projection TVs have this on the front of them.
Right.
And so I just poached it out of the front. This was donated by Atonement Church in the Heights so that I could make this, and then built the frame, and then we took it outside and melted some things.
Let's go ahead and take a look, because here you are setting everything up, and we just found the sun. Now this is right over, and this is just a standard piece of pine wood here, and look how fast it took seconds for that to start burning. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to think, you know, the sun's 93 million miles away, and we can take just a small slice of it there and get it up to about 2,000 degrees, where it takes pine and just it bursts into flame right away.
And this wasn't an abundantly warm day. I mean, this is all about just focusing the sun's rays in one spot.
Yeah, yeah. And I think one of the important things that we take the sun for granted, obviously,
right,
but there's so much energy in the sun, and we can get that with voltaic cells and solar arrays and things, or we can just take apart an old TV and cook some hot dogs like you and I did here.
You were right there.
Yeah.
Just taking it. Of course, we had you did cook them just little bits at a time all the way down, but it only took seconds for them really to start getting cooked all the way through there. So
yeah, to start to bubble and smoke. And
yes,
I mean, we've been able to cook hamburgers with this in August in the midday sun, and eggs. Yeah. There are some pennies there. We were able to melt pennies. It's pretty wild how intense this really is.
Now. And this was just from a standard background, I mean from a TV set, but there are other uses that come up for a Fresnel lens.
Yeah, so the Fresnel lens was invented by a French physicist who invented these for lighthouses. So a lighthouse has a very small light in the background, and then it's got these lenses which are shaped a little more aggressively, and then that gives a nice beam out across the ocean there. So.
All right. Okay, and we didn't get down to the last part of it there, but at the very end of the project, you even did a little artwork. So you were showing that you aren't all about science, you're also about art. So explain a little bit about what happened.
Well,
there.
I thought it would be kind of fun to turn this into a big solar etch-a-sketch. So we had that focus of the light right in one spot there, and took this around just like an etch-a-sketch and burned your logo there in a piece of wood. So lots of fun to be had in the sun.
I got a feeling that there's going to be a lot of thrift shops, or suddenly people are going to be looking for rear projection televisions later today.
Yeah, don't throw them away. They're a gold mine with this Fresnel lens in the front, and then they've got some other optical lenses in there which you may see down the road with some upcoming experiments.
I like the way you tease things to come, Craig. It's always good to see you. Craig Beals here from Billings Senior High School. Thanks for coming in this morning. Thanks for spending the time and burning some stuff up with us.
Yeah, I love it.
Wouldn't be a visit from Craig unless something was on